Dying a Dream with their self-titled album, 11 tracks, the 47 minutes, the debut album from the Australian metal band released independently in January 2019, produced by the band with Travis Johnson, recorded at Dream Master Studio, mastered by Jack the Bear at Deluxe Mastering. 3 singles have been released in Broken Pillars, Colours and 10,000 Sands. This band has undergone a few lineup changes and name changes over the years to finally be at this point today.
Okay. For me, it had a progressive rock element. I wouldn't call this a metal album per se.
Okay.
It's more on the harder edge side of rock. If you like bands like Deftones and El Nino, that type of...
I get that, yeah.
Yeah, alternative sort of esque progressive rock, then you're going to dig this. I think it's really well captured. A little samey for my liking. I thought the structures were pretty much a standard formula throughout the album. It wasn't a bad thing, but I would have liked a bit more variety in the songs. There is some good dynamics though.
Yeah.
So when they pull it back and then build it back up again, the way it's been mixed and layered and stuff like that, I really felt the emotions coming through with that. I thought that was really cool. I thought the band worked really well together as a cohesive unit. There's not one person that outshines somebody else. It's like a really good lockdown performance. Yeah, like I said, the album breathes well. It opens up and then it locks down into some heavy stuff. Production was pretty good, and some really powerful vocals at times. Tim really sort of puts a lot of emotion in and stuff like that, and very good. For me, the standouts were Faceless, Nameless, Sun /Moon, Burn to Ashton, and Mantles. They were my standouts, and 7 out of 10.
Cool.
Yeah, this was a good one.
Okay.
Yeah, this was. The way I would describe this is as a weird crossover of Alexis on Fire meets At the Drive-In.
Wow, okay, yeah.
And as strange as that sounds, it's that kind of post-rock thing with that modern hardcore thing that's kind of blended together and works into a wonderful mixture. If you know those two bands and you don't like them, then I'd probably stay away from this one. But like, if you're into that thing, or if I just spoke Chinese, then definitely check it out because it's definitely well worth a listen. The way the songs on these albums really build up and they open themselves up in that sort of melodic part, but then really crunch down into some heavier stuff and the riffs and it's just really well put together. Faceless, Nameless was my highlight and I gave it 9 out of 10.
Wow, okay, cool.
Right from the opening track of this album, you know it's going to take you to a lot of different places. The band will be drawing on a lot of different influences from a lot of different styles. This is one you have to really focus on. Interesting combination of styles. You've got some harsh vocals and then almost prog rock music, which is very good juxtaposition. I think that's the right word.
Juxtaposition, yeah.
That's the one. They're great at creating mood and it's quite...
Juxtaposition.
Well, I really struggle to get this next line out. They're great at creating mood. It's quite hypnotic. You do need to give it your full attention. It's not something you can have on while you're doing something else. Fucking hell. The shifts from the different moods and styles are handled seamlessly.
Are you envisioning Twister in your head right now?
Yeah, it's right on Twister. I'm dying in a dream.
You had to do it, didn't you?
I had to. Couldn't help.
Bad joke.
It's a great listen. It's just I was like Mick. It gets a bit same. The more it goes on, it could be a bit more diversity. 8 out of 10. Faceless, Nameless was one of my stands. I think we all have that one so far. And 10,000 Sands. Cool.
Well, moody, dark, and impressive. I did give it sort of a metal feel for me, with some really nice use of melody. This will be more for the fans of the more modern bands, like you were talking about, more modern, like the younger modern metal bands that are coming through. If you like those ones, then yeah, get onto this one. Performances are pretty good here. It's a tight band that really knows how to use space and not overperform for this style of music. The vocals are melodic yet aggressive. They do stand out a bit on this one for mine, which is good. This is a great blend of sort of the riffing heaviness with some summer moments that are really emotive and performed well across the board. I really like the vocal harmony on this when they were used. They weren't used all the time, but when they were used, it really did bring something to the songs. It's easy to focus on the guitars and the vocals on this one, but the drums and the bass are everything they need to do under that to allow those elements to shine. It's all about building songs. There are some nice breakdowns in these songs as well, but I like how they've honed in on melody and not just screamed their way through an album like so many other bands have done to this point. That makes it stand out for me. I liked the composition on this. Like, that was really cool. It wasn't just all constant blast beats and then a breakdown of the poppy chorus and all that. Like, they really did write some good stuff here. Some really nice, beautiful pieces in this, but it never lacked the emotive weight that you want from this style of music. You get the feeling that every moment on this, it serves a purpose on the record for mine. Not only in the songs, but across the whole album. And I love the use of the minor keys and minor notes on this one as well. Lyrically, it's emotive, pretty angsty overall. There's a fair bit of weight in that aspect to it. It's well put together. If you don't like this style of music, this won't change your mind in that regard. But if you do, then this is really well done. But I like how this doesn't fall into the, like I said, the heavy verse with the poppy chorus. Like, they've really avoided that like the plague, and thank you for doing that. I would have been put off right away by hearing that on this one.
They did it in the right way.
Yeah, they did it really well. It's still got hooks in it. There's still memorable stuff in there, but they didn't just...
They didn't copy and paste the... Yeah. They did it properly.
Yeah. The production's polished, not too much. There's a little bit of grit in this, which works well, and it's not overly digitized. A lot of those bands fall into, snapping to the grid. They didn't do that. They actually played, and you can tell, and it's worked really well. On this, it's very organic sounding at the same time as being really modern. Not a lot of tricks, just good depth and space. The vocals come through nice, so the push and the pull of the vocal in particular, as the song requires, is really well done. But everything sits where it's supposed to. The layering is really well done, as is the use of space. They were standouts in the mixing process of this one. Sounds really good and a little bit different from the rest of it, because all the other ones from this sort of genre, they really do lock down tight. This didn't do that. This allowed things to breathe. There were some genuine production tools used to switch up the tones, but that was really cool. Like, that broke things up. I mean, I know what you're saying about the composition of it, but tonally, they really switched things around a bit, and that was really cool for mine. That broke up the album for me. And it's the same with the different tempos, and just those little prog switches that were here and there, like, they really broke it up for me as well. Keeps you guessing just a little bit. Just a little bit. It's not predictable for mine, which is really cool. The use of the space and melody also made this stand out. It's an intense listen. It may not be the one you're wanting to put on all the time, because it does leave you feeling a little bit flat emotively afterward. Like, it's not meant to make you feel really good. This isn't a pump up, go to the gym kind of album. This is something to take in, digest, and then move on. But it does, so while you may not put it on all the time, it does have a knack of dragging you back to it. You do think about it after you've listened to it, which is really cool. I like that. It's a little different with all the weight, the aggression, and the prog touches. Primarily, this is for fans of modern metal, but if you do like bands also like Triple Kill and Trigger, I think this would be a good fit for that kind of audience. It's an enjoyable listen, even though it's a melancholy one. I did like it a lot, and I'm glad the band sent this in for us to review. 8 out of 10 from mine. Broken Pillars, Colours, Salvati Knee, and Mantles. So
I actually reached out to the band and told them to send it in.
Yeah? Oh, okay, cool.
So I saw them that they were posting and getting ready. I said, you should send it in so we'll do a review on it.
Oh, there we go. Well,
so,
now how
Thanks, Mick.
Hey, there you go.
Thanks, Mick, because I really enjoyed it. That was a
because I'd played with these guys a few times a band ago, and I know Tim. So, I sort of reached out and said, dude, send it into the show, and we'll get onto it.
Well done. Cool. Yeah. Good work from you. There you go.
That's what I do.
Check it out for yourselves, though, folks. Let us know what you think. Mary.
It's amazing to me that Alexis on Fire is now a newer metal band still.
They've only been around for 25 years.
Yeah, it's like...
You didn't do Electric Mary?
No, I heard that, just didn't get a chance to write it
I did do it. Where did I fucking put it? I think it was in the Dropbox, so fuck my home. Get off my fucking feet, you big fucking log of a dog. You feeling
Pressure's on now.
Everyone's watching you now.
Yeah!
Oh, we heard it. We heard it.
Oh my gosh, come on.
Just flick it up.
In 5 years, we'll be opening it with scissors.
There we go.
Hey, there we go.
There you go.
Dave, cheers, mate. Alright, so let's try this one now. While still getting messy.
Yeah, this is your nemesis, this bottle.
Same theory.
Just
flick it nice and quick. So
pressure
down
on,
and up.
Pressure on the front until you hear the noise, and then pull it up at the back.
I've heard that before.
when he was at church.
God told me.
Hey, go
There you go. That's
There
2
you
out of
go.
2. That's a good job.
Do you want a stubby holder to keep it cool, man?
Yeah. Well, yes. Thank you.
Now for the trifecta.
And until Carlton actually sponsors us, they can get fucked.
It's all good. We're not
All right.
professional in this, that doesn't matter anyway.
You're going first.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's right.
Shall we?
You are going to go first. You're going to like it.
Here's hoping. All right, let's do it.
Got a touch of the Barry White in that voice there.
I just had the body of
Leave the
Christ.
snakes alone.
I just had too much body of Christ then.
All I can think of is The Simpsons. Leave the snakes alone.
It's Larry White. It's Barry White.
Anyways,
Let's do this.
we get a bit more mature here, please,
Yeah,
and a
that's
bit
never
more
gonna happen.
fucking serious. All right. No, it's not.
No, just get used to it. You should be used to
All
it
right.
anyway.
No, I'm trying to. It's always a new experience every time we come here.
It's never the same thing
No,
twice. It's certainly not that.
no.
All right.